Frosler on the flanks. Modi, Cele and Shabalala drop to the bench, and Globo and Sereno in Lelepo. And Silva sacrificed for Dupree and Kaizer, Daniel Sendami and Chris Sitole, all of whom missed out on the starting 11 for the very first time this season against Orbit in Rustenburg. Becky Mabuza convinced the board to sign to actually get their work permits from Marumo Gallants as well. So there are a whole host of teams playing later this evening as we get underway with the 5:30 local time kickoff. But there are several. The Chiefs with a victory here today could go within 2 points of Sundowns and still have 2 games in hand over the Brazilians. And they're making early inroads here. Ashley Dupree on the turn. Can't make it clean. Oh, they really are forming up today. What do you make of it? Now, Pamadiso going for goal.
I feel for me, obviously, like I say, you can look at the numbers. They'll tell you that...
which he did for the against Arrows. For reclaiming it again for that defeat to Skukuni United as Washington Arubi tries to coax some pressure out of the Kaizer Chiefs front line.
I think this...
Dave said he cheeked Dion as Zamayo goes tumbling down, but he is the perpetrator according to Nicola Bud.
So now, let's go back to cross ability. In the 3 that they're playing in that center of Kaizer Chiefs, it makes a lot of sense to have cross. Let's look at Mayo tumbling down here. It makes a lot of sense because in the 3 it means the cross challenged. So for me, I understand the decision to have him a little bit behind.
Sendami is in behind. Some of his numbers from last season in a moment as you review this with him.
Look how he cuts in front of Frosler. That for me is the biggest challenge for Frosler. He hasn't been able to cut
it. He's one of those. He's one of 5, in fact, that have started every game. As that one is cracked from distance by Daniel Sendami.
Brilliant. Once again, it's a long pass. Looks harmless from the goalkeeper, but what he did was once again, he doesn't quite think that the ball might just come back that quickly.
Chance here again for Gallants. Not known for his defending is Becky Mabuza. Good bounce, and then bounced up and over and into the back of the net without the touch of a teammate. Azita Benika's ball ends up at the feet of Kanye Samaro. Scores for Kaizer Chiefs on debut. Living up to his name as he lights up the FNB Stadium here.
That was the main reason why he was brought home, to try and improve the taking of chances in that area. And it's unlike Kaizer haven't been creating. I mean, last season, or the better part of the season, were the most creative, but they weren't able to take the chances. He's only had a few invitations. He's onside all the way from there. Who touches it? Sereno, I think it was. And he reacts quickest and just pokes the ball. Oh, it's Dupree with the assist. And obviously using his long legs and long strides, gets ahead of the defenders, and just all he does was box it with Arubi coming, trying to make the break. That's an excellent, that's a striker's reaction, Grunty. Ball to stray away from him. By the dead touch, he was nowhere. He was not in full control.
Very frostless, found Dupree. He goes down, and with Kolobadi, no hesitation in pointing to the spots.
Dupree contributes in this instance. I feel like he should be contributing whole lot
against Orlando Pirates. Sereno sees his penalty saved by Washington Arubi. And his recent woes from the spot continue That was the last penalty he took until this evening.
Listen, that's a good save. I said the right height. That was low. The only
One
thing that
surprise, Mini Tabutlele coming on for Spisile Ndlovu, who's on a yellow card, has been on a yellow officially, refuting that old adage about old cards.
had a chance.
There's Mini Samaya. Lovely cutback for Serino. Oh, he skied it. Well, he initially worked the space so brilliantly.
Dropping the shoulder to the right and going to the left. That maybe is where the plot went astray, because that, I'm not sure whether the legs maybe are beginning to complain on his part, or they're just serving him just to let him settle a little bit more, bit of game time, and let's see if they can maybe keep him a little bit longer going forward. And I think at that particular juncture, I think
Shabalala. A little too strong for Lilepo.
too close.
Pambaniso loses out to Lilepo. 10 shot from distance.
Coming through. Whether it's a good reaction from
Oh, that's a lovely exchange of passes. Ndlovu upended, but it still might fall kindly for them here. And Mabucha is the man arriving in the box to fire it inaccurately past the post.
but Gallants are still onto something. They have looked the better side with some of the progress that they've made into that attacking half. Look at the sharpness of the passes, finding one another, creating spaces for one another, and the numbers that are arriving there. Yes.
Now this is Lilepo. The pace from Lilepo. He's dragged down, and the referee has brandished a yellow in the direction of Mpo Chabatsane. Some might view that differently.
Look, Lilepo, there is no doubt that he was getting away.
Zendami Pambaniso, the latter who's on a yellow card, making way here for Jason Clifford and Topoko Mutlong. Mutlong, who has provided small assist. Mutlong finding Clifford. Jason Clifford works the angle. Oh, Clifford with a magnificent equaliser for Gallants. Well, he was the hero against the other Soweto Giants earlier this season, with the winner against Orlando Pirates. Now restoring parity against Chiefs.
That is an unbelievable killer into that top corner. But now, let's look at this. Frosler misses the cross, and now he's trying to recover. But there's no cover immediately behind him. And even as Inacio...
Lilepo. Dushabalala. Silly continues on. Dushabalala. Ball gets away from him slightly. And after all that excellent work with the ball at his feet, when he tries to find a teammate, doesn't quite come off for him. Abuza moving it on to Mutlong. The gain found Clifford. And Clifford down on the edge of the area. Wins a free kick for Gallants. Remember that both of last season's meetings saw the side that scored first go on to lose.
First game of the season. Caught for pace, Pinika.
Oh, well, it was a great position. Maybe the angle working slightly against the Pulemori. Got a brilliant top. Taylor now. Quickly to Frosler. Frosler gets the cutback. Just delayed for his cross to Mori. This ball goes all the way through to Washington Arubu.